Hello and welcome to the FYA Gaming Podcast. This is episode 11. You know who we are by now. Our names are down below if you don't. We're going to go straight into sort of our topics for discussion this week. We'll do what we normally do. So we'll start off with what you've been playing, and then we'll move on from there quite nicely and comfortably into some of the other things that we're going to discuss. So if you want to get us started on that one, what's been the games of the week?
Same old. I don't know. I feel like this past week I haven't really played that many video games. Like, definitely not as much Fall Guys.
No.
Is
it because you're losing interest, or is it just other things?
No, I just haven't played many.
Yeah.
Just had a couple of evenings where I don't really fancy it, so it's just just chill out for a bit. But so we played a little bit of Fall Guys. We tried a little bit of the Avengers Beta that we'll talk about in a little while.
Yep.
What else was there? We've been playing board games.
Yeah, I've been playing board games. Tabletop Simulator as well. On Tabletop Simulator.
We tried 3 games of Warzone and I got too annoyed, so I rage quit that one.
I feel like I can get into that if I do a couple of games every day or two.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not.
So
yeah, apart from that, that's about it.
Yep, for me it's been a little bit of Fall Guys. Again, I've not really played too much this week. This past week has just gone. I don't know where. As you said, we played some Avengers, some of the Avengers Beta. We went airsofting on Saturday, so was out all day Saturday, and then played some board games in the evening. And then we played some more board games as well. That's pretty much it. That's been my week. I've played a couple of games.
Week, isn't it?
Couple of games of Rogue Company. But apart from that, no, it's been a slow week on the video game front for me anyway. So we will start with one of the games that we played. We played a little bit of Avengers Beta. Do you want to start with what you thought?
I enjoyed it. I mean, all the complaints that I was seeing about it leading up to, from all the other betas, a lot of people were saying that all of the multiplayer mission things can get quite repetitive, but we only did 1 or 2. So I guess we didn't play it for long enough to feel that, but from what we played, I enjoyed it. I feel like the story could be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like it. It's just like a Avengers smash 'em up,
I'm with you on that. I started off with mouse and keyboard, and it was weird. The control, the keyboard layout was just strange. As soon as I went to controller, I really started to enjoy it. I feel like the comments about it being repetitive are probably quite accurate. I don't know, like the introduction mission where you play as each Avenger. That's really cool, and to see how different each one is and how their abilities are different. I think it's got potential. They're going to have to do a lot of content and change it up a lot for it to not feel samey. I feel
that loot system needs to change.
Yeah.
Because even with like the 3 or 4 levels that I did, after the first, I was literally opening up my gear menu and holding left trigger to just equip all the best items.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what they do. So just tell me what's best and I'll use it.
It didn't feel like you needed to change your gear that much either.
No.
Felt like it was just there just because.
Yeah, like all of the enemies, no matter at what point, it felt like it took the same amount of hits to kill them. So
it was a bit like that Division thing that everyone said at the beginning.
Yeah.
They're just bullet sponges to a certain amount of damage, and that's it. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed flying around as Iron Man. Black Widow's gameplay is pretty cool as well.
I really liked
Uh,
playing as Kamala. I thought that was really cool.
yeah, it's all right. I don't know. Like they're all going to have their own things. Like I said, they all play very differently. Um,
Hmm.
I I don't think it's a game that I'm going to pick up on launch. I feel like it needs a few more patches and some more content for me to be able to go in. A bit like with what Destiny done. Like Destiny at launch was the same old over and over,
Hmm.
over and over. And then they brought out a better expansion at the end of the second year, I think it was, and suddenly the whole game was like, oh, so this is what it was meant to be like at the beginning.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I feel like Avengers is going to be something along the lines of that. I'm gonna try and avoid as much gameplay and spoilers as possible
Hmm.
until I get it, but I don't know when I'm gonna get it. So if I see
Yeah.
something, I see something. I just don't. I don't think I can warrant that as a launch title because I think it will get boring and repetitive.
Yeah.
I got that. And another thing that you said a couple of weeks back was about the gear doesn't actually change anything that you've got on you. It just looked like data, like spinning around your arm or something.
Yeah, and like one of them was
Uh,
like nanites. So it was
yeah,
just like a cop out. So
yeah,
but
we'll
I
see.
think I'm like very on the fence about getting it purely for the reason of just to play the single player, if anything, for now. And then um for the future, like whatever it does in the future, because I think they're going to be riding this game out for the long term, so they're definitely going to need to knuckle down on something. But I think I might get it on PlayStation purely
Okay.
because I'll have it for PS5. It's another PS5 game that I'll have when I want to come and play it.
Yeah.
So I think they've said that it will be, you buy it on PS4, you'll get it for
Yeah.
PS5. So yeah, I'm just thinking it might like fill a gap somewhere, and then I'll have it for the future then.
Yeah. I when we jumped into the co-op mission, it was really fun. That was the thing that I feel like that it's going to be better if you're playing it with friends outside of
Hmm.
the story mode kind of thing.
Yeah,
I feel like you'd probably want to smash the story missions out and just do them. None of these extra stuff on the side, like the co-op one that we done, and then revisit them and save them for
yeah,
friends and that.
yeah. I
Um,
think I think that's probably what I'm gonna do.
yeah, yeah. I liked it. It's not up there for me at the minute.
Hmm.
Just, yeah, I don't know. The story looks like it could be good. Um, yeah, we'll see. I'll see closer to the time I say that, and it's out next week. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Whether they change anything in the next week.
Yeah,
The one thing for me is the fact that gear doesn't change when you equip it.
yeah. Like I
That
said, I think it's the loot system in general
mm,
is the big downside to that game at the moment.
yeah.
I think I could look past the enemies being bullet sponges because I'm playing as the Avengers, so it's just going to be fun anyway.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I think the loot needs to be doing more.
It
Um,
needs to mean something.
yeah, because it just doesn't at the
Yeah.
moment. Like I didn't bother trying to learn the loot system at all because the game did it for me. So literally just as soon as it popped up saying you have like upgrades available, you have better gear available, just open it up, hold left trigger, close it again,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Hmm.
And it shouldn't
Yeah.
be like that.
No.
So yeah, I can see them changing it though. I can see that being quite high on the list of them trying to work it.
Yeah. Maybe when they do that, that might be when I pick it up. I don't
Hmm.
think it'll be ready for launch. I
No.
think it's probably a few months off because they've got to model every single bit of gear that they've got in that game.
Well, these betas were really late, really, weren't they? Like they could have done them months
I
ago.
I feel like they were doing it to just build hype,
Mhm.
and it probably detrimented
I
them a
guess
little
it's
bit,
worked. Yeah.
or it didn't work. They've got some feedback. It's probably not the sort of feedback that they were hoping for, but
No,
feedback's
but
feedback.
I mean, they
So
probably knew it was coming, right? Surely you couldn't have implemented that kind of system and been like, "This is spot on. The
yeah,
people are going to love it." Like you've got to be really out of touch with your fan base to think that that's going to be. that's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
So they were probably already working on the fix for it. So we'll have to wait and see. Time will tell with that one.
Will indeed. So, going from the Avengers beta thoughts, we also had a few announcements and trailers. So, let's start with the big one, the one that we've been saying is very late in the cycle, the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. They
Yeah,
finally
so we had
dropped it.
that funky little teaser trailer, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like even though it was like super simple, it and I'm guessing it's real footage, but I don't know because it was just like everything the guy was talking about. It's like this is literally happening like right now, and it kind of built up a hype in me that this game is going to center a lot around espionage. So like if there is a story, it's going to be a really cool story.
Yeah. I hope so. I mean, I've not played the Modern Warfare story yet. It's still on my list to do. I'll get there at some point, I'm sure. Probably this week. I'll probably be able to smash it out in a few hours.
Hmm.
Their stories have always been good. Um,
Yeah, I agree.
I am more hopeful that the multiplayer is going to be a bit more.
I pray. I've so missed just the casual pub games on
Mm,
COD.
yeah.
I just can't. I don't know.
I mean, we
I
played it a
might.
lot
I
when it
might.
was first out, right? Modern
Yeah,
Warfare.
I'm tempted to pay for another month of PS Plus and give it another go. Just to see if I can like get hooked back into it, maybe. So, but yeah, the actual trailer for Black Ops Cold War is going to be the 26th,
Sixth.
right?
2 days. Yeah.
So
Well,
that's what
2
everyone's going to
days.
be waiting for.
So the day that. No, the day before this goes up. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, because we're
Yesterday.
recording this on Monday this time.
We are, yeah.
It's just getting like
Just
earlier and earlier.
yeah. We'll be recording 2 weeks in advance soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got a feeling this is going to be like the floodgates are going to open. It's going to be like trailer. There's going to be beta date. There's going to be like
I
everything
mean,
because it's so late.
yeah. There has to be,
And
surely.
yeah,
I do
and I
you
can't see the beta being that far away either.
no. You got to imagine what
Couple of
mid-September,
weeks, maybe. Yeah, yeah,
and they'll probably run it for a week and a half.
yeah. They normally
Oh,
do 2 weeks, don't they? Visitor.
hello. Oh
Oh, that
dear.
was.
God knows.
Yeah, they normally run theirs for 2 weeks, don't they? So they'll have
Yeah.
like the PlayStation early beta
First week, yeah.
first, and then it'll roll into the next week when everyone gets it. So
Yeah.
I will 100% be on that, even if you have to pre-order. Why is she? She's going like this,
I know, yeah, that's covering
trying
her
to
up,
cover
isn't
her face.
it? I don't know.
Is she stealing your snacks?
Ignore you, you've already messed it up. She decides she's going to start Last of Us 2. Fair
Fair
enough.
enough.
Right. Train of thought. Floodgate's going to open. There's going to be 2 weeks of beta,
Mhm.
trailers.
Yeah,
Twitch
I,
rivals will jump on that and have a little Twitch tournament if you can have custom lobbies in the beta, which I don't think there normally is.
probably not. Not normally.
Nah, they'll probably figure something out though.
Hmm.
In fact, if this is the thing, if this game is going to, so this is going a little bit off track to what we're talking about, but we're
Hmm.
talking about the multiplayer side of things. If this game is going to focus back on multiplayer being like their crux as opposed to Warzone, which is great by the way. Multiplayer being their crux and their sort of the golden cup to this game.
Hmm.
Um, it would make sense for them to showcase it in some way.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
But all that I mean is they'll just pay the big COD streamers to play it. That'll be it, won't it?
hashtag ad.
Yeah, pretty much. You'll have like your TP and your courage, and
Nate
those
Shot,
guys. They'll just
Tim,
be
Lupo.
they'll just be playing it. Um, but it, I can't see multiplayer ever being the golden child.
Not
Now that
now.
Warzone's there,
Yeah.
it's not the moneymaker, is it? So I just hope they don't neglect it like it's been this year.
Yeah.
But then Treyarch are normally fairly solid with their games, so I've got a little bit of faith in them.
Yeah. My one concern is if they're going to juggle what they want to do in Warzone, what they want to do in multiplayer. They're going to have zombies because it's Treyarch
Yep.
and a campaign. That's a lot. That's a lot
And
to concentrate on and keep updating with patches and then start focusing on the next game that's out in 2-3 years' time.
but they have duoed up with Raven, don't forget. So Raven have got like a primary role in this production, whereas normally Raven will just make the multiplayer.
Raven are normally multiplayer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but Raven and Treyarch made this game. It's not like Treyarch
Right.
made it. So
Okay.
they might split it up. So they might be like, Raven, you deal with multiplayer and Warzone. That's your part. We'll focus on zombies,
Story and
basically. Because once the
zombies.
story's done, it's done, isn't it? There's not really
Yeah.
going to be much more than that. That should be the way they work it, because Treyarch's good at zombies. Raven is clearly good at the multiplayer part. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
Fingers
I'm
crossed, right?
I'm hoping that we don't see many corners cut, but I think because this game came out a year earlier than it should have, there definitely are going to be cut
There's
corners
going to be
in there
bugs and
somewhere.
stuff, right?
Yeah, things
We're
aren't
gonna
going to be
be
quite up to scratch.
counting down for the patches from day one.
Yeah,
I
probably.
one thing I pray is that they sort out the file sizes and that they're not anywhere near what Infinity Ward have done, because that is just not good. Like, I'm gonna hop on. I last played it, I don't know, a month and a half ago. I'm gonna hop on and have a quick game of Warzone. 35 gig update. Like, it's not long, but that shouldn't be a thing.
Isn't the game now like over 200 gig?
I think it's more than that, honestly. I don't know.
I think I saw somewhere that
I don't know.
if you have a 500 gig hard drive in your PlayStation, you can't actually have GTA 5 and COD installed.
That's crazy.
You can't have
That
two
is
games.
crazy. That's insane.
So yeah, hopefully they'll sort that out.
Yeah. I'm hoping there's more. Can you remember the league play? I hope they bring that back as well.
Yeah, or just do like a ranked system.
Yeah.
Have like like your casual pubs, and then
Well,
also have a ranked
like they do
system.
with Valorant and CS:GO and Overwatch. All of these games have that kind of ranking system.
Yep, apart from Call of Duty, which is just absolutely stupid. How hard can it be to set up a rank system? They've already got skill-based matchmaking in the game.
Well, they've already got your levels and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like
You replicate that and change it a
how
bit,
hard is
surely.
it?
I don't know. Maybe we'll get on to Ross and just see what he says. But
Yeah, that could be some
see
insider
what's-
info that we're being a bit naive about, perhaps.
maybe we're just being spoiled.
Yeah,
Being
I
spoiled.
want everything, and I want it yesterday.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? So, Call of Duty. Anything else you want to add to that? Oh, actually, Verdansk, the Call of Duty League finals this weekend. They've advertised it as being in Verdansk.
Have they?
Yeah, they mentioned it during when we were watching the Huntsman and Optic.
So you're going to be able to go into stadium and watch champs?
Do you think?
Oh, it's gonna be a live event. It's got to be, hasn't it? Live event.
Why
for
would you
Champs
not?
Finals.
Why would you not do that? And at the end, boom, there's a blackout and a nuke goes off, or something related to the Cold War happens, and that's how they're going to do the full announcement. That would be sick.
Yes.
Imagine, so you're in Verdansk, you're all sat in the stadium watching the live event, which would be insane in itself, by the way. Yeah,
Because all they'd have to do is just have because I haven't even been in there since it's been opened up, but they could just have big screens in the center, so then you could sit in the stalls and see it on the big screen.
which would be dope. Have that. Suddenly, a big protective bubble comes over stadium, and everything on the outside, like Fortnite style, boom, gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or even just get rid of stadium as well. Just have like
The
an
whole
actual
lot.
nuke, like a tactical nuke.
Is it too early for that though? With the game being 2 or 3 months off, or do they do that and just say, "This is what happened. You're going to find out what actually happens in a month's time," or maybe they
Yeah.
have. Maybe they do it so that when the finals are finishing, it suddenly gets dark and then there's fireworks going off, like there
Mm-hmm.
would be at.
I just think they need to do a live event, even if they don't bother teasing any sort of anything to do with the next game. But if they show champs live in the stadium, I think that's good enough.
Yeah,
I'll be there for like 100%,
yeah.
even if Huntsman don't get there
Even with another 50
because
gig
it got a bit
update,
shirty this weekend.
it did. Yeah. Um, yeah. So that's my thoughts. I can see them
Yes, we'll
doing.
keep our
I
eye out
feel
for
like
that.
they should do something like that.
Yeah,
Whether they
well, like
will, I don't
I
know.
said to you
But
before, didn't I, that it was always a thing that at the end of COD champs they'd normally drop a trailer for the next Call of Duty, but that was when champs used to be earlier in the year. But they like the trailer's already coming out this weekend, but perhaps we'll see another. Maybe we'll get the multiplayer trailer at the end of champs
if
because
the
they always do
train,
multiplayer separate, don't they?
yeah. So the trailer's coming out Thursday.
Hmm.
Do they do another trailer at the end of COD Champs relating to
I
Warzone and
think
the Battle Royale?
yeah, like a multiplayer slash Warzone trailer after champs finals.
So the sort of thing that I'm thinking here is when you're in the stadium, the COD Champs just finished, and then suddenly the screens get taken over by someone. There's
Yeah,
a
like
camera
they get hacked or something.
focusing in on stadium where you're all sat.
Hmm.
Obviously, it's not going to be live. It's not actually going to be you. But then something happens, and you're suddenly like on that screen.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Let's see. I hope they do something like
I
that.
think
If
people should be paying us for these ideas, bro.
Yeah, I think you might be right. And to think these episodes might not even be seen by the people.
No,
We're just giving them free stuff, and they're not even
we're
here.
just
Not
throwing
even
out these
here.
absolute gold mines, but they're just neglecting us.
I'm with you. I feel like they need to do a live event because
Well, if they've said that it's going to be in Verdansk, then
it
and
literally
also
said
just like
Verdansk Stadium. Yeah.
sort of on a tangent, but still talking about Verdansk. What do you think the deal is with Verdansk FC? Because they've signed Paul Pogba. Like, are they going to be doing anything with that? Do you think?
I don't know.
Because that's just random.
Maybe it's just the rights to put his picture in the stadium or something.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe we'll get to see like a football match in stadium or something.
Don't know.
No idea how that'll work, but yeah, it's just a random thought while we were talking about
Yeah.
it.
Hmm. I feel like a live event is needed because the whole stadium thing was released with the start of a new thing, and it wasn't a live event like Fortnite do with all of their season changes. Um, and let's be honest, they've got the money to be able to do it. They must do. There's no way they don't.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping something happens on. Is it Sunday the final?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping something happens on Sunday in that final
Hmm.
in Verdansk live. You drop in, no weapons. You're in the stadium chilling with. Even if they increase it to 200 people or whatever per server, and just have everyone sat there watching.
Watching champs finals. That'd be cool.
Let's see. Wait and see. So we had the Call of Duty Black Ops, as we just covered off. Next, going on to the DC Fandom event.
Hmm.
Mainly Arkham Knights and Suicide Squad. Build the Justice League.
Gotham Knights, but yeah.
Gotham Knights, yeah. Same thing, right?
It's not part of the Arkham series, buddy.
Yeah. That's a weird one for me. That is a weird one. I don't.
Yeah,
But the Suicide Squad is part of the Arkham series.
but that's because Rocksteady, who made the Arkham series, is making the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
So I guess that they can. It's just like this is our thing, so we're just going to make it. The thing is, it probably doesn't even tie into anything. They just said that as part of the universe, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I am a little disappointed, but I mean, I kind of wanted like an actual Batman game.
Hmm.
But for them to say that there's like this Batman game, but Batman's not in it, and it's also not in the Arkham universe that we all know and love, is a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. It's a strange move. The game looked cool though, co-op. Both of them are both
Mhm.
going to be co-op. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Gotham Knights should have been part of it, and Suicide Squad shouldn't yet be part of it. I feel like it should be part of that universe, but obviously it's based in Metropolis instead. I feel like
Yeah.
that should have been built on a bit more before they said, "Oh, by the way, these are both part of the same universe." And
Hmm.
next year, you're going to be able to play from either side, and there's going to be PvP. You're going to be these versus these. Um, it's just strange to carry on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Is
why
that
they called them. Well, no, because what was it was Arkham Asylum, Arkham
City,
City,
Arkham
Arkham Knight,
Origins, and then
and
Arkham
Arkham
Knight?
Knight. So they've just avoided putting that Arkham in. So it's
Yeah, because that's what it is, isn't it? It's the Arkham universe.
uh,
Uh, so I guess that's
but
why
then
they did it.
Suicide Squad hasn't got Arkham in it, so
No,
they've changed it.
so and that's the thing. Like the Suicide Squad game, like it doesn't matter whether it's part of the universe or not, unless you're going against the Justice League. Batman's part of the Justice League, so maybe we'll get the Arkham Batman in that game as an enemy.
Yeah,
But like it wouldn't really make that much difference if Suicide Squad was part of the universe or not, because it's not in the same city. You're not seeing any characters that were in it apart from Harley Quinn, and she looked different. Although it was like a cinematic trailer, but she looked different to what she did in the Arkham games.
a lot different.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they've just missed the chance to. It's good and bad because they're quite clearly not bothered about capitalizing on bringing out yet another Batman game in the Arkham series because they know it will sell. They've just gone for what they want to do.
Yeah, but the flip side to this, and we were saying it when we were watching it, was the combat in Gotham Knights looked exactly the same as what it did in Arkham,
Yeah. Yeah,
which
but
is
we're seeing
good.
that type of combat everywhere, aren't we? Like
Well, yeah,
Spider-Man
you look
was
at
that
Spider
kind of
Man.
combat, apart
Yeah,
from that you were Spider-Man.
yeah.
And there's been another couple of games that were like it as well,
Mm.
just because everyone knows that that combat is well
Fun,
loved.
and there's a lot of potential to do whatever you want with it. Really.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Um, but the games themselves, I'm excited for both. I'm a little less excited for Gotham Knights. I've got a feeling
yep.
something doesn't feel right about that game.
Hmm. I'm with
Um,
you. I think Suicide Squad looked more fun.
yeah,
Um,
and it's made by Rocksteady, who made the Arkham games, and they were really good. So,
yeah,
um, I don't know. It like the watching the Gotham Knights trailer was really cool, but it's just like something didn't. It felt like it was arcadey,
mm,
but like I said to you when we were watching it, it's like why do like their weapons have lights on the end of them? Like there's literally that. It just looks weird. Apart from the fact that it looks cool when they're swinging them, and it's just like it kind of
yeah,
takes away from it a little bit. Um, so yeah, it's just something about it just is making me a bit more hesitant than I am for
yeah.
the Suicide Squad game, even though Suicide Squad is 2 years away.
Was it 2022?
Yeah,
Was it?
Gotham Knights is next year, and then Suicide Squad is 22. So we won't be seeing that one for a little while, I guess.
No. Well, yeah, like you said, I'm excited for both. I am more excited about Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Gotham Knights, I feel, should have taken part in the same universe. That's my sort of thing on that.
Yeah, there's no reason why they couldn't have both been in the
No.
Arkham universe.
Well, no, because Batman could be dead and the Justice League can go on
Yeah.
without Batman.
Yeah, or he could be presumed dead,
Yeah.
and he's been brainwashed by whatever has brainwashed Superman in Suicide Squad. So it's just like it could have been easy to do, but it's just for some reason they didn't.
Yeah,
so.
they could have tied them two together
Mhm.
easily.
Yeah, they could
Don't
just
know.
make the Arkham universe a big universe of games. Just there's obviously some sort
I
of reason
kind
why they
of
didn't.
with Gotham Knights, I kind of wish that they'd have went down the route of Teen Titans instead.
What do you mean?
Well, like instead of doing Gotham Knights, so Nightwing, Robin,
Do Teen
Batgirl,
Titans?
do Teen Titans. But you
Yeah,
got Beast Boy, you've got Raven, Starfire. I feel like that would have, because then Batgirl and that have they ever been a team? Individually, they've been about, but as a team,
yeah. I think like in the comics, they are
around.
under the Batman family, aren't they?
Yeah,
So I guess so in that respect, but we've never seen them like in a film or in a TV show or
no,
anything where they've been a team of four.
yeah,
Especially with Red
strange.
Hood. That one
Yeah,
was a bit random.
yeah. We'll have to wait and see on them. Again, Suicide
Yeah.
Squad, I think will probably be the better game.
But are you noticing that it seems the trend of games now are leaning more towards co-op?
Yeah,
And like I think we've peaked and plateaued with the battle royale. We're obviously still going to keep getting them because they just make mad money. But now it looks like co-op service games are going to be the new thing, which it's fine by me. I love
yeah.
me some co-op games. So
The thing with Suicide Squad that they said afterwards was that you can play single player and then your friends can just drop in, which is
yeah,
cool. I like
and I
that.
think they also said that you can swap between the characters as you're playing it anyway.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So
know
you
that.
can
I didn't hear that one.
just literally like flick between
Hmm.
whoever you want. I'm guessing all four of them will just be in every level.
Whereas it seemed like Gotham Knights didn't have that.
It looked like there was only ever two.
Yeah.
So, but I'm guessing there'll be points where there is four because it will be a 4-person co-op game, right? So
Yeah, but are they going to have the AI working if you're only in single player, or is it going to be a case of you choose your character to go into that mission?
yeah, maybe, and they might like scale down the enemies depending on how many
Maybe.
people are there.
I don't know.
We don't know, and we won't
I
know
don't
for
know.
probably at least the
Couple of
rest of this
years.
year.
Yeah. The other thing that came out of DC Fandom was the Snyder Cut, which was a little bit disappointing.
Trailer was a bit like, yeah, okay. But did you see afterwards that it looks like they're going to do it as 4 1-hour like episodes?
Oh, are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a mini series, but it's 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like the Snyder Cut is 4 hours. You kidding me?
But I feel like the 4 hours were needed before the Justice League film anyway to build them
That
characters a bit more.
100%. That film needed 2 or 3 films to work around it.
Yeah. It was just weird. Like, oh, we need Aquaman, we need Wonder Woman to come and help me, and
Yeah, and we're
we
like,
need to
who?
try and get in touch with.
We've not even seen them yet.
We need to try and get in touch with Superman as well. It's just
like
weird.
they're
It
all
was
mates,
just
and it's okay.
yeah. It was just a strange setup. They didn't build the universe enough beforehand.
No,
To
I think they tried to cash in on the big team up film while Avengers was going hot.
yeah.
But they kind of forgot how Avengers was built up into. What was it, like 20 something films?
23 films.
Yeah, so, and it started off with each individual character of the base Avengers, they all had their own film, apart from Widow. They all had
Yeah.
their own film leading up into the
And
first Avengers film.
they all met with I've forgotten his name. Who's the head of Shield?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. They all met up with him
Yeah.
before that first Avengers film.
Yeah. Whereas, how did the Justice League one go? I think it was Batman vs Superman.
Which was strange. Straight up Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
What,
You're like,
what,
okay,
why?
this is like...
What? Obviously, we had the Superman one, but we didn't have the Batman before that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I feel like we should have been
a new Batman.
We should have been introduced to that Batman first with a story of some sort.
Yeah, because like, why is he so pissed off already?
Yeah.
Like, we need to know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they went from Batman vs Superman just straight into Justice League.
It's just strange.
Yeah,
Strange.
really,
Wonder Woman
really...
was the best film of. Did they even do it under phases, or did they just say this is another film?
I don't think they've done.
I feel like they were going to. It just didn't work. There was no structure there, and I think that's what ruined.
But Wonder Woman was the best film out of that little cluster. Although Aquaman was really good as well. I did enjoy Aquaman.
I haven't actually seen it yet.
They've also announced there's going to be a new Flash film, isn't there?
Yeah. But again, this should have been done before Justice League.
Mm-hmm. But this is going to include 2 Batmans. So they're bringing back Michael Keaton, who used to play Batman God knows how many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then Batfleck is going to be there as well.
Okay.
So it's going to be based around the Flashpoint. I don't know how much you know about Flash, but there's going to be the whole Flashpoint thing. So he's going to meet up with loads of different Batman, basically.
Yeah. He done it in the TV series as well.
Yeah. I really, really wish they would have used the guy from a TV series, bro.
He's so good.
Yeah, I love the TV. I mean, I haven't watched it for ages. I'm probably like 3 or 4 series behind, but I loved it. So
yeah, it was good. It was good.
I
watched it after the evil guy. I can't remember what his name was.
The evil guy?
Yeah.
You mean Green Arrow?
No, full black suit. Yeah, he was another Flash.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can't remember what his name was now. It's been that long.
There's been lots of Flashes.
I mean, like, Green Arrow's finished now, so bring that actor, Stephen Amell, bring him in as Green Arrow at some point as well.
Good.
I don't know why you wouldn't tap into what they have started building on the TV platform.
I hate having to go back to Marvel as an example, but they're just doing it so well. Like, you've got the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show that is still part of the universe.
Yeah.
And like, as all the Avenger films were coming out, they were bringing out S.H.I.E.L.D. episodes that like matched up with it.
Agent Carter, really, which filled in the backstory of Peggy and all that kind of stuff.
Like, they
just fleshed it out a lot more. Yeah, 100%.
Because I do, as much as I really like the Marvel universe, like I really like the DC universe for completely separate reasons. It feels a lot more mature. I feel
it's darker and grittier, but I don't feel like that's come across.
No,
in any of the films so far.
Apart from, like out of these new ones, but like Dark Knight did it perfectly, I think. And it looks like while we're on the subject of the DC fandom, it looks like the new Batman film with Pattinson in it is going to be really dark.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's segue into that one. What do you think of that one? Not impressed?
Until I see it, I don't know, right? But I don't like that they've gone, Batfleck's not really doing it for us. Let's get someone else and do a single standalone Batman film. But they done Batman vs Superman, and they had Henry Cavill. They could have done that first Batman film, seen how it was received, then go, maybe you're not quite the one, like they did with Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man.
Yeah,
they done Amazing Spider-Man 2, and that was enough. They were like, we don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, this just ain't cutting it.
But he was actually a pretty good Spider-Man. He wasn't that bad.
No,
I didn't think. I feel like they've done the same with Ben Affleck. They've just gone, Robert Pattinson's pretty dark and been in Twilight and whatever else he's been in.
But do you like? my thinking around this is they've not explained it properly yet, but I feel like this Batman film is going to be they're gearing it towards how the Joker film was. So it's just like this is him in his own little universe. He's not connected to anything else. This is
Mm.
just another version of it, like what they did with Joker,
But
and
that's
it worked
weird,
really
right?
well.
When you've got
I mean, I don't know why they do it. It's weird,
Batfleck
but
also playing at a similar time, you could have these films coming out within a year of each other,
yeah.
and they could really mess with their own timeline for these Batmen. You
Hmm.
know,
Yep.
I don't know.
Unless
Unless they're
they're
going
gonna
to do
do
it,
something to bring Patterson into the universe and get rid of
i.e., the
Affleck.
Flashpoint.
Yeah.
If they do that, that makes sense.
I mean, if you're gonna try and fix what this whole absolute shambles has been, what better way to do it than just have a guy run really fast until he makes alternate universes, and then you can just be like, we'll pick this one to make films with now.
To a guy that he wants and he can get on with and vibe with, and 'cause
Yeah.
that's what the Flash would do. He'd go for someone who he gets
Yeah.
on with. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
so. Unless they do that, I don't understand where they're going with it. If I'm honest, I do.
No, because it even if they came out and said like, look, the Flash film that's coming out, that's going to be the last film that Ben Affleck's in, then suddenly we're getting an idea like, okay, they're not going to use him, they're going to get rid of him and get someone else in. But
Yeah,
they've not said that. It's just been like, are they getting rid of him? Is he staying? Is he going to get his own film, or
it's
what are they
just
going to do with
weird.
it?
It's
So
just strange.
yeah,
I definitely feel like DC shouldn't have been going for the family friendly side of things that Marvel have. Um,
I agree.
I think they should have been darker and grittier than what they have been.
Yeah, although
They've
like
just been soft.
Aquaman was like I feel like it was a all right medium.
Right.
It felt a lot like Thor Ragnarok. So like there's humor in there,
Yeah.
but it can have its serious parts when it needs to.
Hmm.
So yeah, I do agree that they don't need to do what Marvel are doing. They need to roll with like make all of their films like how the Joker was, because like there was parts of that where I was like cringing, but not out of like distaste. It was just like, oh, like this is quite close to the line.
Yeah.
But I've really enjoyed it, and I'd be more than happy if they just made all their films like that.
Yeah. They need something to put them on track to make sense of having two Batman films, two different Batman running at the same. That just does not. It doesn't make sense in my head. I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like they could have went with the end of Dark Knight trilogy, right? You've got the police officer at the end. I can't remember the actor's name now.
I don't even remember.
Basically, it alluded to him becoming Robin in that
Yeah.
Dark Knight thingy, which
Yeah.
hasn't happened. Do
Nope.
you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
I feel like they should have run with that for a bit and see where that went. But instead, they went, "Oh, let's do Batman versus Superman and fuck everything up and make it about the name of both of their mothers." And
Honestly, when I got to that point of that film, I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" Like these two guys that, like, they're both superheroes, although Batman's not super, but like, and then they suddenly become friends because their mum had the same name. Like, are you shitting me? They're literally
yeah,
about to kill each other, and it's
yeah,
just like,
that's
Martha,
just.
shut up! Like, are you kidding me? Oh, that's my mum's name. Hi, friend. This no, that
Yeah.
didn't do it for me.
Oh,
Not at all.
I don't know. We've spoken more about DC stuff than we have games in this episode so far. I feel
Well,
like it all mixes,
it's not
but
particularly a games podcast, I guess, is it?
nah.
So
Yeah, they need to have a serious think about where they're going with their choices, because
And I hope they get it right for their
Nothing-
sake and my sake. I really want a good DC universe.
apart from the TV series, nothing since the Dark Knight trilogy has made sense in my head. I haven't seen Aquaman.
Yeah.
Maybe that does make sense, but I don't know.
You should watch
It's just
it.
a shambles.
I think you'd
I
enjoy
will
it.
watch it. I've got to watch the Joker as well. So
Wait, you haven't seen the Joker?
no, I'll watch them this week.
I need to rewatch it.
Yeah,
It was so good.
yeah. So we'll see. I just, after that whole Martha thing, it just lost me. I was just,
Yeah.
I think the Justice League. I don't even remember what happened in the Justice League film. I think I actually fell asleep.
The only bit I can remember is someone was flying and they were carrying Aquaman and they threw him through a building. And then a little bit later on, there's a bit where the Flash is running really fast and he looks to the side and Superman is carrying this big tower block and he's just flying along. And I remember it being very orange. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that. I think I actually fell asleep. I'll try and watch it again and catch up with what's going on. Maybe
give that another go. I need a good film tonight.
Right, leaving the old comic book films aside, couple of quick. I say quick. It might get into a bit of a discussion. Adaptive triggers on the DualShock 5. Now, I spoke to you about this the other day.
Yeah, this one's all you. I have no idea.
Yeah, so it's just going to be something that I fire out to you, and you put your comments below on what you think of the idea. So, adaptive triggers, developers are going to be able to lock out the triggers. So, I guess this will come into play like when you've got racing games or something, or shooting games, where the brakes lock up, or the gun jams. They're actually going to be able to lock out the triggers on the top of the DualShock 5, and until your character in game has fixed the problem, you won't be able to use them triggers at all. I can't remember where I found it. I just remember it being a thing that I read somewhere.
Just quickly before we get corrected by someone else, it's actually the DualSense controllers, not DualShock.
Same difference to me. It's a controller. Yeah.
So
have you
tried finding it again?
Yeah, I had a look at it. I couldn't find it. Imagine if I've made this up.
True.
Imagine I made this up in my head. There's another bit of gold dust for them.
I know they said that they'll be able to put tension into the triggers. So, like, if you're drawing a bow, as you pull it down, it gets tighter and tighter on the trigger. And the same, like, if you are on a racing game and you go into the gravel, you can feel that in the trigger. But I never saw anywhere that they can physically lock it. I mean, I can't see why they couldn't.
Well, no, because if they put the tension up to the maximum, surely that's
exactly.
That is going to lock it.
But
yeah,
what would be a cool little like intro to that is in games, for example, like Skyrim, because there'll probably be Skyrim on PS5, no doubt. But like, if you go into an area that you're not allowed to use your weapon, rather than you pressing it and not doing anything, it's like physically locked. Just like little bits like that would be pretty cool.
I think that'd be cool. They could use it as like a cooldown thing as well. So say you've got a MMO on there that you've got on your triggers, you've got your grenade and your fire. Until they could do it so that once you've thrown your grenade, that button stays in.
Yeah.
And then when it's refreshed, it comes back out, and
And imagine it slowly like raises up till it gets to its cooldown point. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think we're overestimating it, but I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so we'll have to find out whether you're talking rubbish or not.
Or whether I've just given them another bit of wonderful gaming.
Like I said, this podcast is an absolute goldmine.
Yeah,
people should be paying us to just talk this rubbish.
Yeah, rubbish that could make a lot of money.
Exactly.
So the next thing is Epic versus Apple. The battle continues. So I was reading this just before we went live. Epic have announced a hashtag
Say it.
free Fortnite tournament.
Yeah, that's what they've called it. Oh god.
And do you know what you have to do in that, by the way?
No.
So if you get 10 points, you get an evil apple skin. Now, this evil apple looks like a corporate guy wearing a suit
Apple head.
with an apple head, all in silver.
Oh no.
I mean, like, they are just going in on Apple.
It's just
They
an absolute meme, isn't it?
are. And the worst thing is, Apple cannot respond. They cannot respond.
No, but the thing is like, with a company like Apple, should they really respond to really childish shit like that? Because that is really childish, right?
It's childish, but are developers going to get behind this as well that are selling on the App Store? Probably.
So everyone just starts like putting in some sort of Apple dig into their games.
Really would not. It wouldn't surprise me. I just Epic are playing this very, very well, in my opinion. And
yeah, I don't know.
Apple, I don't know how they're gonna work this. They're gonna have
No,
to.
so there's not been any actual news on the lawsuits or anything, is there? It's just.
Nah. Oh, I did read that Microsoft are backing Epic as well.
Of course they are. They're a rival. Like,
and I mean, Sony have also got shares in Epic and stuff.
yeah.
So I mean, it's not a good place for Apple to be. I wouldn't be surprised if like the MacBook and stuff like that, where games are releasing for Apple, which I don't know how many there are exactly that release for Apple. I imagine that developers will start cutting that heavily.
hmm
I don't know. It's Epic are just, I don't know. They're just rubbing Apple's face in it because the losses that they've made on Apple, they've probably just made up for on PC and laptop and Android.
Yeah, well,
and
the fact
Switch.
that they've brought out this direct payment method where they don't have to pay the 30% cut. The customer pays 20% less. So Epic's still making an extra 10% on what they were making anyway. So even that way, they're just making more money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I like what the message is, but how they're portraying the message, just it's like watching a kid argue with an adult, but actually win. You know?
Yeah.
So you're like, good job. Like the message got across, but it's like, did we really have to do this to get there?
Yeah. They're also the top 20,000 in the tournament are going to get sent out free caps with hashtag free Fortnite, the llama with the old, the rainbow that Apple used to have across their logo, with that as well. Yeah, Epic are definitely trying to put their point across. It's great, isn't it? It's great. It's like watching PlayStation versus Xbox. Fanboys go at it.
No, I don't even think it's that. I think it's worse.
It's great. Anyway, we're going to start a new little section at the end of the videos before we sign off. It's going to be the one to watch or one to follow, keep updated with. And I've picked this week Balck Myth Wukong.
Was it Wukong or Wukong?
When I looked, it said Wu, but it might be Wu. It's probably Wukong.
Well
Wukong feels right.
Wukong is the name of the...
Maybe I just mistyped. I could have mistyped. Yeah, Balck Myth Wukong.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Wukong. We watched the trailer. Looks really good. I'm excited to see more about it and see how the game actually plays, because it looked very Dark Souls styly. Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Balck Myth Wukong is the name of the game that I
Could
would
we,
recommend to watch.
Could we throw in a caption here with the link to the trailer, maybe?
Yeah, we could look
So
at doing
people
that.
can just click it and go and have a quick look.
Yeah, it'll be up here. I think it's a
All
safe
right.
bet.
Bold claim.
Up
Bold
there,
claim.
maybe.
Hold on to that.
We'll see.
It's definitely not going to be here, right? Or down there somewhere? Or is it going to be over there?
It might be down here, just below the FA game a bit. We'll see. Either way, I'll
It'll be
try
on
and
the
link
screen
that.
somewhere.
That is my one to watch / check out / follow. Looks really cool. Love what they're doing with it. Just need
The
to find out
graphics
some
are
more.
really good at the moment.
Yeah. That is it from me for this week with regards to topics. Have you got anything else that you would like to?
I do not. I believe. Just keep checking out our socials. We've got a new TikTok up at the moment that's doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's done
With
right.
with that guy doing his own little voiceover singing.
Oh god. Do you know what, right? When I done that and we were on mic when I was doing this and getting ready to upload it, I actually muted my mic and went into the other room because I knew that you'd be in the background laughing. So yeah, I didn't
I'm out.
I didn't just mute it, I went into the other room by myself. So yeah.
Yeah, so go check that out if you haven't already, and you follow TikTok. We're trying to get more funny videos on there than anything, but we are trying to show what type of videos we're putting on the channel, reflecting it on there. So if people see something they like on there, they can come over and say hello to us here.
Yeah.
So yeah, follow us on Insta and TikTok. And
Insta,
join the Discord
TikTok,
if you haven't already.
YouTube's, the Discords. Is that it? Twitters as well.
The Twitters.
Twitters. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. That was episode 11 of our gaming podcast.
Done and dusted.
Yeah. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you on the next one. Happy gaming.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Don't forget, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we can't wait to see you next time. Happy gaming.